Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans, welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of your top sports stories that have happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm just trying to do my best Pete Carroll impersonation.
It's so close. I literally was about to say live now with Pete Carroll.
And he's got that great hair, though.
Yeah, I think that's what really did it. You need the hair.
I mean, he does have a good head of hair at his age.
75? Isn't he like 75, 70?
Yeah, he's up there. He's pushing 80.
You gotta love it. So we are a live sports podcast. So if you are joining us live on any of our social media platforms tonight, we do ask that, hey, you join the chat. Let us know what you think. And if you have an opinion or you want to talk about something, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Always look forward to hearing from all of our fans out there. But before we get started, Ron, we need to thank those that help continue to get Sports Unfolded all over the airwaves. Let's start with our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
All right. We also want to thank our friends in Dallas, Georgia, WDJY FM 99.1. We appreciate the support putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E2 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. And our friends out there in Dallas, Georgia, tune in later on in the episode to make sure you join our very special contest this month only to see if you can win some prizes from Sports Unfolded in our prediction segment coming on later in the show. So we look forward to that as well. Ron, always an interest. New Year. Let me ask you this question before we even get started. How many times have you put 25 down when you signed something or did something? Like, what is the amount?
I haven't signed anything yet, so I haven't done it at all.
See, so I was talking about somebody at work about this, and I'm like, what is an ample amount of time before you think it's like unacceptable to do it?
I know when I worked in retail, Eric, I think I did it for the first 3 months of every.
So you think 3 months is an ample amount? So you would go till March before you would start putting the right? Yeah. Wow. I don't know if I'd go that far, but a couple of weeks.
I was pretty bad with it too, and they used to call me all the time. Can you change the year, please?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I think a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks seem like an ample amount of time, but I mean, months. Yeah, that's interesting. If you're out there live, let us know how many times or how long do you think it should take before.
Think about it. When you go to the bank and you're like depositing money or whatever it is, you have to put the stupid date on there. And, and 9 out of 10 times you're going to put 25 on there right now, until you figure it out. And then you're done. You're looking, and then you have to do it again because it is a bank and they're not going to take it.
Yeah. Right. Greetings, ladies. Thank you, Manny, for joining. Manny, as always, bringing the color tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wait a minute. Is that? What do you mean by that?
Color commentating.
Oh, okay.
Color commentating, my friend. So Manny always brings it every single week. So we appreciate
just trying to stop controversy. That's
I see that. I see that. You know what? You go for 3 months with the 2025. We're moving on to 2026. So you ready to get
when you get your paycheck for hosting, Eric?
Yeah,
and it has the date on it. It's too late.
Yeah, They're going to say, sir, there was 90 days to cash this. What do you mean? I just got it. No.
That 75 cents is going to go a long way.
Man. Oh, man. I can finally put that swimming pool in the backyard. Great.
Exactly.
You ready to get this party started? You ready to talk some
Kenny
sports?
is here.
Kenny, let's go, Kenny.
Let's get it started.
Let's get this party started. We got some people live with us, so hopefully they're gonna want to talk as well. We had a ton of coaches get fired. So our leadoff story this week is about Black Monday. Any surprises? Your biggest surprise? I actually have ranked them 3-1. But first and foremost, let's not forget those that were lost early in the year. Brian Callahan and Brian Daboll both fired earlier in the season. And then Monday, Tuesday, you saw Raheem Morris of the Falcons, Kevin Stefanski of the Browns, Pete Carroll of the Raiders, Jonathan Gannon of the Cardinals, John Harbaugh of the Ravens, and Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins. Let's talk, Ron. What was the biggest surprise out of these coaches that were terminated?
To me, the biggest surprise and the only surprise to me was Raheem Morris. The way they finished off the season, I thought for sure they had turned a corner, and I thought for sure that they were going to bring him back, and they should have brought him back.
Yeah, so
I think with them, I think it may be because there's a couple of names out there that are interesting for them.
Yeah, he was my number 3, and I literally thought about this as you're blaming Raheem Morris for your GM drafting Michael Penix Jr. over a Caleb Williams, over a Drake May, right? Like some of these Bo Nix, some of these guys that have gotten to the postseason. When you had Kirk Cousins, so he was my number 3. Yeah, number 3 for me was Raheem Morris. Like I agreed. I didn't think it was going to happen. I know they flirted with Bill Belichick 2 years ago, and you were kind of like, that probably should have went that route versus. But I went Pete Carroll at number 2. And
that was a little surprising to me also because, look, that was a bad football team. And it takes more than a year to change the culture in that locker room. And I don't think they gave him enough time. I really don't.
A lot of controversy. Falcons should have never let go of Kirk. Yeah. I think, you saw what happened. And again, to blame Raheem Morris for that, man, he was crazy. I don't think, and again, that team wasn't horrible. They have some talent there. But again, you don't make the right decision at quarterback. It's not really the coach's fault. Pete Carroll, same thing. You think about this run, which is absolutely insane to think about. I think that's going to be my new thing. The craziest stat I heard of the week. We talked about Tom Brady never taking a snap, right? Where his team wasn't in playoff contention. Imagine being the Las Vegas Raiders and you are paying $50 million now to coaches that don't coach in your team no longer. Josh McDaniels, Antonio Pierce, Chip Kelly, and now your man Pete Carroll, $50 million in coaching salaries. They won't be coaching your team next year. That is absolutely an insane stat. You wonder why teams stink for so long. I think
you should start counting towards their salary cap, to be honest with you.
Like, how do you get rid of 3 coaches in 3 years? 3 coaches, 3 years.
This is just constant.
And that's why I said he was my number 2, because I really thought, listen, maybe by year 3, you're saying, no, not changing.
The only thing I can blame Carroll for is for bringing Geno with him. But again, Geno just didn't put up the numbers like he did in Seattle.
We sit back and we look at Tom Brady's part owner, and he's going to turn this team around. And I don't think he can. I don't think that ownership, take Tom Brady out of it, that ownership realistically does not make good decisions when it comes to coaching.
No, and it goes beyond that too. I mean, we talk about the Jets and Cleveland. It's the same thing here. It is long gone since the times of Al Davis was running this team, And to be honest, since Al Davis left, the team has been awful.
Pete, 100%, Manny. Pete was set up to fail. Again, you bring in Geno Smith. I think Genty was a good pick. We thought it was a good pick, but I don't know if that wasn't enough to move the needle and make this team
because it's a
contender. So again, you're expecting Pete Carroll to come in. Your best defensive player, Max Crosby, doesn't even want to be there. So that can't help the situation.
No,
I just think, mess from the top to the Mark Davis.
It's like the Jets. It's them.
Yeah. On the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
And then my number one, honestly, is the guy in the middle. Mike McDaniel, I don't think it's because he was a good coach. I just felt like they were going to keep him. The discussion seemed like it was going to be Mike McDaniel's job at least one more year. And then the Harbaugh firing happened. And then all of a sudden with the Harbaugh firing, they were like, we're getting rid of Mike McDaniel.
That's the problem. That's the thing. That's how I think that Atlanta let go of Raheem Morris because of that. And all these teams now are going to go after Harbaugh. And I don't blame them for doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. You think about this as an organization. I would sit back. If I am John Harbaugh, I am looking at, I got a $90 million cap hit on a quarterback I'm not going to have. Right? We've got so many issues across the board from offensive talent to defensive talent. I'm not going to Miami regardless.
Yeah.
So for the Dolphins to fire Mike McDaniels, not having a contingency plan in place to say, listen, this is going to be our guy. Like we already talked to Harbaugh, he's coming. I think they just heard the name John Harbaugh. They're like, all right, we're going for it. If you don't get John Harbaugh, what are you getting in Miami? Like, there's not many options out there that are going to make you a better
Raheem Morris.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
everybody
maybe
just
they'll
takes
go
a different
back to the well.
Yeah, right. Because even that, I was thinking about this.
Pre-McDaniels.
Yeah, they are going. You know the funny thing, they're sitting back like Kevin Stefanski is like they're saying the number one option for the Giants. If I'm Kevin Stefanski, I think he's a good coach. I think they've had a lot of issues with Rasta in Cleveland. I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach. I don't think he's like a franchise-altering coach. But think about this. If I'm Kevin Stefanski, is my next job after the Cleveland Browns, sign me up for the Giants? Like, I'd be like, whoa. This is like going from one dumpster fire to another.
Baltimore.
Right, like maybe like talent. I'm thinking Harbaugh to Cleveland is not crazy because he's gonna want to get back at the Ravens, stay in the division, right?
That would be interesting.
And maybe Stefanski all the way around. Imagine if they just swapped.
Now, it'll be interesting because I think Stefanski got fired partially for saying that Deshaun Watson was going to start next year.
Yeah, like, forget that. We don't want to even think about it. You're gone.
I mean, how do you even go that route at this point in, as a coach and say that, with 2 games left of the season, and that doesn't say much for what you think of your quarterback, Sanders and whatever the other guy's name is. I can't even think of his name now. That's like a slap in the face to those guys.
A bright future. I listen, Jackson Dart's a quarterback that you feel like could be good. Let's not, right? He could be a good quarterback. The right talent. Look, Malik Neighbors being out. You lose Skibo. Scatterbo, whatever you want to call him. I call him
Scatterboo.
Scatterboo.
Should be Scatterbo, but they call him Boo because it sounds better.
All right, so Scatterboo. Like, yes, they have some offensive talent. Maybe a good coach turns them around. I'm just thinking, Manny, from a standpoint of the Giants, if I was going to look in the mirror, like you do that Spider-Man meme and they're pointing at each other, like the Cleveland Browns and the Giants are like the same thing. It's not It's not like you
don't
sit back and
know.
go,
I think they have a pretty decent roster. You know, I mean, but of course, health could be an issue with this team. You know, because now you're looking at your three guys
yeah, Doc's
that you're
concussion may
counting
not
on.
happen
If
every
they're
week,
going to
right?
be out every year,
Yeah. No, it's an
I mean, they've
interesting.
already started the process of getting hurt, you know? So generally, injuries always follow. You got to just wait and see, you know? It's one of those things that it could be injuries every year plaguing those three guys. And we see it all around the league.
They're definitely not as bad as the
They're
Jets.
not worse than the Jets.
Yeah,
They're
Aaron
definitely
Glenn.
not.
What a great move that was, Aaron Glenn. Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't fire him to try to get Harbaugh. That's what I would have done.
New York, they know he wasn't going there. There would have been no shot. Just the interesting pieces to run. Like,
why don't they get Revis to do the defensive coordinator?
Mike McDaniels, I forgot what team they already asked if he wanted to be their offensive coordinator. I can't remember what team it was now. I just heard it.
Mike McDaniels?
Yeah, already. McCarthy? No, Mike McDaniel.
You think Mike McCarthy is going to end up somewhere?
Nah, I think he's done. I think he's retiring.
You know,
Buccaneers.
It'd be interesting to see what Baltimore does, and that's not a surprise to me. I knew that whoever lost that Pittsburgh Raven game was going to get fired.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel, Lions, Buccaneers offensive coordinator. Yeah, there's some talk that he could.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some jobs opening up for him. You know.
Yeah, I don't think he ever gets a head coaching job again. I think they keep playing that
a lot of talent there.
They keep playing that same soundbite of him, like you have to win the game to win the game. And I think most people,
that was a bad soundbite.
If you're an owner of an organization and you bring him in and you're going to tell me that's not going to be the first thing you see when you talk to him is you play to win. You win the game by winning the game. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I know.
What does that mean?
That's the worst. It's the worst.
Pete Carroll probably done at his age, right? Maybe college, maybe. Imagine him and Bill, in college playing each other, not like coaching against each other again. I
don't know. Pete Carroll wants to be in there, I think.
Right. I don't think another job. Yeah, can you see another team bringing him in at his age?
Maybe just somebody to right the ship. Like I wouldn't be upset if I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan and they hire Pete Carroll, because they're going to hire some scrub that nobody's ever heard of. And that's not what that team needs direction. They don't have like those veterans on the team that are going to point the team in a direction, right? They don't have that. And I think they need an experienced coach rather than some scrub off the street. And that's what Arizona always does.
Yeah, I can't see it. I just can't, though. I don't know. I think Harbaugh's...
I don't know.
Stefanski's going to get another job. I'm going to guarantee that. Raheem Morris, this was already a second stint. Maybe not.
I don't know. I think he gets another shot. I think he deserves another shot.
And then obviously John Harbaugh is getting a job.
Maybe give Raheem the Baltimore team. How about that one? See what he can do with an actual squad.
Maybe. What about Brian Flores? Do you think he gets a job?
Well, I think he's going to get a job too as well. I think he's getting one.
I think he's another guy that's
why I said maybe they should get him in Miami.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good move. Bring him back.
Bring him back. That's what I was saying. I thought you got it.
That's
I guess not.
I didn't get that part. I must have missed the Flores thing. That's a great move. Name. That's like getting married to the same woman a couple times. Yeah, it usually works out the second time.
Hey, you never know.
Most of the time. Yeah.
But I think the top guys, in my opinion, if I'm one of these teams, I'm going after Flores.
right? Flores got to be on there as a candidate.
I think that's the guy. Look, I saw what he was doing with Miami. He was turning that corner, and they didn't give him a chance. They kind of screwed him.
Yeah, 100%. I will say this too.
I think he's a good coach.
I think the Browns Dolphins should just get Malik. Malik who?
Are you talking about Malik Neighbors? Giants aren't giving him up.
Can I say this too? I think the Browns blew it by signing Myles Garrett. Like, I think that was their chance to really get some draft capital and do some stuff and really go into a season where
it's a mistake having the sack leader, the all-time record holder.
He's the only thing on the team.
I know that, but now they have a shot at
you need
changing history.
You need some play. Okay, yeah, the Browns changing history. So, by the way, I have not gotten my gear for predictions yet. So
I was being patient. I didn't say anything.
It'll happen. I promise. It'll happen. But let's continue talking some NFL, Ron, because this is a little wild card weekend this weekend. I don't know, no big games. Malik Willis. Who has more to prove this postseason? Like either a player, team, maybe some stuff. I actually have a player, team, and honorable mention.
I have 2 teams and 3 players.
All right. So, you go first with your first player.
All right. The top of the list. You want the top of the list or the bottom of the list?
Whatever you want to do.
All right. Josh Allen absolutely has to be the guy.
Ding, ding, ding.
And I fear for him.
If he can't pull this. So I didn't realize.
I fear for him.
Like the Jaguars, to me, good team. I feel like they could possibly, right, give them difficult. But then I realized Josh Allen has never won a road postseason game. Has never won on the road in the postseason.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good news.
And it's in Jacksonville, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, yeesh. So I think that amplifies him. Yeah, the pressure's on him. First and foremost, no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. The most experienced quarterback left in the postseason is Aaron Rodgers. We all think Pittsburgh's pretty much trash. You should be the favorite to get to the Super Bowl.
Well, that's who I picked for the Super Bowl win. And I'm a little scared about that pick right now because, look, what's your one advantage as Buffalo? That is the running game. Cook is the guy.
James Cook,
right?
One of the best in the league this year.
That's their advantage. Well, guess who's got, one of the best run defenses? That's Jacksonville. That's not a good sign if you're a Buffalo Bill fan. That's not a good sign.
And you can't
now,
go
I'm
back
not saying they can't do it.
Don't forget, Trevor Lawrence a couple years ago against the Chargers brought his team back from like 24 points down. And so it's not like he hasn't won in the postseason, Trevor Lawrence. I think I agree with you. Like my number one player would be Josh Allen, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It
wasn't even a question for me. It was who else I was going to just tack on to that.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll start with my team and then we'll kind of go back and forth on some stuff. It has to be for me the most to prove. Now the New England Patriots.
Oh no! See, I give them a pass. Actually, if they lose in the first round, it doesn't matter.
But again, people like Manny, who's been hounding me all week about the worst record in NFL history in the last 30 years or whatever it is, the easiest schedule that is known to man. It's like if you were going to handpick 17 games to say, I need my team to win, that the New England Patriots schedule would be the one everybody be like, I want the Jets twice, right? Which obviously the division.
Yeah, they missed 2 opportunities. Right? They could have been better.
Yeah. So I feel like you have to start to look at the critics and what they've said about this team. And the only way to at least give some ounce of credibility to what you did this season, you won 14 games. You lose the one game you play a team with a winning record in the postseason at home. If it was on the road, I probably would have said, Ron, you know what? Maybe you chalk it up because, young team, first time. Mm-hmm. Being at home, 14 wins, everyone's talking about your schedule. They can only prove everyone wrong by at least winning one of these postseason games. And it has to start, obviously, Sunday. That's the only way that justifies anything you did this season. You could lose in the next round. But if you lose your first home game, and it really depends on how bad you lose it by, right? If they lose by 2 touchdowns, what do you think? Everybody's going to just say, they stink. They're a horrible team that got lucky. That's why I think they have more to prove.
And I get that. Yes, there is that side of it. And I totally understand that, but looking at it, outside of, I don't know, a home team thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. Maybe it's because I am a fan of this team, and maybe I feel like they were fortunate to get there.
100% based on where we were the last 2 seasons.
I'm at the point where, if they lose, I get it. Okay, you got Drake May in his second year. You have a lot of new players. The offensive lines, first year really together, and blah, 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 blah. The whole bit, right? Mm-hmm. So I can understand if they lose, I'm not going to be upset. And I won't. I
agree with that part of it. I won't be either.
But then I look at it and I don't want to lose to the Chargers because I think they're not a good team.
And here's again, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? 0.
Did he win one yet?
No, 0. Yeah. So on top of at least saying, listen, if all the critics in your schedule, if you lose to a quarterback who's never been able to win in the postseason, how bad does that look for you? And that's where I say that pressure is mounting to me on that aspect of it.
Patriots, to me, are a difficult team to be upset with and then not be upset with. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say most approve. Like, they come out and they win that game, they can at least say, listen, we beat a good team, right? Yeah. We won in the postseason. You lose the next round, you say, okay, now they're building for the future. You could see it. You lose the one game that everybody's saying, like, hey, is this the first real game you've actually played?
I get that. And I totally understand that. So I get how you have them on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be kind of, all right, it is what it is kind of thing. I don't know. It's very tough for me to put them on that. They need to prove something when everybody really knows they might not need to prove anything because they are what they are.
I've been saying it for weeks before they even got in. I think they're one and done. I don't think they're where we think they are as a team.
They are what they thought they were.
I'm a realist when it comes to. I talked to somebody today at work and they're like, "Oh, you're just hating on them." I'm not hating on them. I'm a realist that think. I don't think they're that good.
No, we're just not setting ourselves up for the big disappointment.
I don't think they're that good yet. I don't think they're ready yet. But so that was my team. So what was one of your teams?
Well, I have 2 teams, and this one is the biggest one because after they lose in the first round, they're gonna fire him.
So that's my honorable. So honestly, my honorable mention was Mike Tomlin. Like, you got a gift from the Baltimore.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, you got a gift from the Baltimore Ravens. You shouldn't be there. You lose in the first round, which I'm pretty sure
they're going to lose.
Right? So then you're getting fired too. So it was just a matter of both of those coaches were pretty much doomed in that game.
Yeah.
Whichever one lost the last regular season game was getting fired. And then if you lost in the first round, you're getting fired. So, yeah, Mike Tom, obviously, so much, not even approved, but just to say
the only way Tomlin keeps his job is if he beats Houston.
Yeah, he has to win this.
The only way it happens.
Has to win this round. Absolutely. So, yeah, I had honorable mention was, I guess you could call it Pittsburgh. I called it Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, it's the combo. It is the combo.
The combo. I always go for a good combo. Do you supersize your combo? Or you kind of just...
I guess you would have to because it's only like 30 cents more.
They get you every time. They sucker you in, right? Yeah, it's like, come on,
and it's like that when you go to a movie, too.
Oh, the popcorn and the soda.
You order what you want, and in the back of your head that they're going to ask the question, oh, would you like to make it larger for only 30 cents?
Yeah, every time.
And then it's like, yes, go ahead. Might as well.
Where I go to the movies, if you get a large soda and popcorn, it's free refills. So my fat ass always gets that because then I'm like, ooh. By the time I finish the previews, I got to go back and fill the popcorn because I've already ate all the popcorn before the movie even started. So I think I went sideways there, didn't I? Did I lose Ron? I think I lost Ron. We lost him. Uh-oh. Look at that handsome face, though. I don't know. Anybody out there have any opinion on who has the most to prove this postseason? Again, you start to look at these teams that, again, Philadelphia, would you consider them a team that has to prove something after being in the Super Bowl last year and winning it all and now hasn't looked like the team to beat this postseason? Could that be a team that you sit back and think about as a team that has something to prove? Because the Eagles, to me, at the beginning of the season, seemed to be a clear-cut favorites. And as the season progressed, you started to sit back and go, I don't know if I believe so much in this Philadelphia Eagle team, especially Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts this season with the passing inefficiencies, the obviously the issues with AJ Brown, which, I mean, I guess you could say was there last year, seems to have gotten worse. The Eagles, to me, have a lot to prove as well, because you just sit back and think about how much they've struggled from a Super Bowl defending champion. Can't remember the last time I've seen a defending champion look so inept at times and in struggle. What they had, that 3-game losing streak, the Eagles, and you sit back and go, this is the defending champion. This shouldn't be a situation that they're struggling as much as they're struggling. So I guess you could sit back. You might look at the Eagles as well as a team to prove, Ron. Welcome back. I was saying, the Eagles too, thinking about their struggles, and we still don't have Ron. There he is again. Hey,
I don't know what's going on right now.
Uh-oh.
Have no idea. I don't even know. I don't remember what we're talking about.
Oh, we're talking about teams or players that have something. Okay. So anything else from a team standpoint or a player standpoint that has something to prove?
For a team, I think San Francisco in that conversation as well. Am I on a big delay right now?
Yes.
Okay. So I really think that San Francisco belongs in that conversation as well. Because they haven't exactly lit up the world in the season.
Yeah.
They make their once in a while to the Super Bowl, but then they so bad.
It's the lizard. I don't know, Kenny. What is the lizard? His Wi-Fi is as bad as the Cowboys' very defense. His Wi-Fi is as bad as the Cow. He got, or their offensive line, because it seems like he's been sacked. He's been sacked right now.
All right, I'm gonna again.
All right. Yeah, I don't know, Kenny. Though it's the lizard. The lizard has the most to prove. Well, who's the lizard? Be curious to know who you're thinking about there for the most approved.
Is this
Still
better?
delayed, but yeah, we'll keep going. Any other players you guys are thinking about that could possibly be have a lot to prove this postseason? I mean, again, I don't. I'm trying to think of all the teams that legitimately could listen. Do the Bears have something to prove as well? Because the Bears, if you look back on a season, I don't think anybody really had high expectations for the Bears, and now that they're in and they're at home, they're hosting a game. They're the 2 seed in the NFC. Is this similar to what New England's experiencing? A team that maybe people aren't so sure about. Drake May could possibly, right, Manny? Drake May has a lot. Bo Nix to me is an interesting piece because does anyone really feel like Bo Nix is the reason the Denver Broncos are in the postseason? I think most people think it's because of that defense. Denver's defense does seem better now, Ron.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Right. So Bo Nix, I would agree with you, Manny, on one aspect. I think he has a lot to prove to show that he won't lose a postseason for his team. I don't know if he has a lot to prove because I don't think many people believe that Bo Nix is the reason why the Denver Broncos are in the postseason to begin with.
No, it's their defense.
Right? So, I mean, I think his biggest point, can he prove that he won't lose the postseason for his team? So I can see it that route, right? Yeah, his offense will put up enough points, then it was Bo Nix's fault.
Yeah. And I think Jordan Love belongs in this conversation as well. You know, for all the hype that Green Bay has been getting, I mean, what has he really done?
I think they are probably the best team to fail in this postseason based on the fact that Jordan Love was out for the concussion. They didn't play him last week for rest to have him ready. Yeah. He hasn't played. This is going to be 3 weeks before he's played a game. And now you're going into Chicago.
Haven't exactly played very well without him.
And you're going into Chicago. So, to me, I think this team at the beginning of the year, when we talked about the Packers, especially when they had Parsons, we're like, this is a Super Bowl contending team. And then towards the end of it, nobody was really talking about them. They just faded away. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Ron. Do you want to move on to our starting 5, or do you have anything else you want to talk about on this?
Nope. That's good. That's good.
All right.
Let's move on.
All right, we're going to move on to our starting 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our starting 5 tonight. We're going to rank these NFL wild card matchups. 5 being the least, I guess, game that you'd want to see to number 1 being the game that everybody should watch. There's only 6 games, Ron. So you can only have one honorable mention. So if you have more than that, we got problems. So you are first this week. So do you have any honorable mentions?
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
Why could I had to mention all 6 games? So my honorable mention is Thank you. My honorable mention is the LA Rams at Carolina. I have no desire to see this game.
I had the same honorable mention. One of my good buddies, he's a Panthers fan. I wish him luck. I said, listen, you guys beat him in the regular season. I'm not feeling this one.
It's a little different now.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. When you talk about a team that hasn't performed, they had to win 1 out of the last 2 games, and they looked horrible in both of those. The Panthers. You got in because the Falcons beat the Saints. Like it wasn't even like you did anything humanly possible to win that.
Because they lost to Tampa Bay to try to get in.
Yeah.
And if not for the Falcons winning,
in tiebreakers, 8 and 9, So agree, honorable mention. All right, so your number 5, the least of the games that you're really looking forward to.
Houston, Pittsburgh.
Bang!
I don't think this is going to be even close.
Very good so far. Good start, right? Yeah. Look,
it's not going to be close. Houston's going to annihilate them. They're clearly the better team. Clearly.
Yeah.
I
Defensively,
don't care if they're playing in Pittsburgh.
We've seen Aaron Rodgers when a solid defense.
They got lucky they are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of a field goal miss from a guy that always hits that?
Well, that kid was a rookie, but
but he hasn't had any problems all year kicking from there.
I forgot who I said it to last week. I said, I think the range of emotions, if you were a Steelers fan, in that game, like you were down, you come back, you scored a touchdown, you missed the extra point. You're like, holy crap. The Ravens get the 4th down play from Likely, and you're like, holy cow, the Ravens are they kick wait, they missed. Holy cow, we're in the post. Like, I was like, I would have been, I don't know how I would have got through those 5 minutes.
I remember in the 4th quarter, and I'm like sitting there watching this stupid game, and I'm like, why am I even watching this game? Yeah. I hate both teams. Yeah.
It was I hate them both. You saw that, Manny? Yeah, they showed it at the beginning of the game. There was a Pittsburgh priest on that end of the field putting holy water down, and they said that's what ultimately made the kid miss the kick. It was all.
Hey,
went upstairs, wanted to steal us in. He wanted Aaron Rodgers one last shot. All right, so that's who I had at number 5. So number 5, Texans, Steelers, not a big interest. Number 4.
I have Green Bay at Chicago at number 4. This was a close one.
Okay. All right.
And because your key word is interest, right?
Yeah, I would say, interest. Yeah.
I have no interest in this game. Okay. I don't care about Chicago Bears. And frankly, I don't care about the Green Bay Packers either. Okay. Like, if Micah Parsons was still there, I'd be a little interested.
Okay. All right.
But he's not.
Right. So. Okay. All right. At number 4 for me, I had the Bills at the Jaguars. I don't know if I believe in the Jags, if they're for real. I'm not sure what Bills team you get, because each week it was like Jekyll and Hyde. So I'm like, this could be a game where you sit back and go, Jags were who we thought they were. Buffalo's the team we thought they were, or it could be the complete opposite. But I'm like, I don't have as big of an interest in that game. Other than the Josh Allen piece and if he chokes. So that was my number 4. So number 3.
Number 3, I have Buffalo and Jacksonville.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I've been hyping this thing up like Jacksonville has a chance, just to make it feel like they have a chance. But I still think Josh Allen is going to take over this game at some point, probably late in the 3rd quarter, and rally the troops, and he's going to get the job done against Jacksonville, which I think overachieved the entire year.
Okay. All right. So at number 3 for me, I have the Chargers at the Patriots. And I'm interested from obviously my fan point, but if I start to look at a quarterback that's never won a Super Bowl, never won a playoff game, sorry, Justin, and then you sit back and go, I don't know what the Patriots are. I mean, they're a 14-3 team that everybody says shouldn't be 14-3. Okay. Interesting, but not my top if I had to look at a team. So that's who I had at number 3. All right. Number 2. Number 2,
I have LA Chargers at New England.
Okay.
And it's the only reason why it's up this high is because of the fact that it's the New England Patriots and it's Drake May.
Drake May. I hate that nickname. They better find something for this guy. I still like Mayday.
It's the home team, so of course I'm going to have it more interesting and up higher. And the fact that I want the Patriots just to shut everyone up and just blow the doors off of this crappy team throughout history. I've hated this team. They're always running their mouths.
Wow.
always running their mouths, and they never back it up because they don't win anything.
All right. Look at you getting all fired up already
Right,
for the
I'm
postseason. He's
now.
ready. All right, at number 2 for me, I went Packers at Bears, and I went because of the classic rivalry. These are the two teams that have played the most games in NFL history.
I just think they're both overrated.
It's in Chicago. Like, that's just football weather and football, playoff football. So I went that route just because of that reason. Like, to me, that's Packers Bears have been around forever.
Those teams can win the Super Bowl. So
I don't. I just think that it's pretty damn interesting. Usually, too, when you play your same division in the first round, because this is the third time you're playing each other, and I don't know. And they split in the regular season, so
yeah,
they split in the regular season. All right, so number 1 has to be. I think we had the same one.
San Francisco, Philly.
Right.
I mean, you got the Super Bowl champions coming in to try to defend, and like I said, San Francisco has a lot to prove here. They got to prove that they can do something against these top contending teams. And whether you believe it or not, Philadelphia is there. They are in this. And personally, I think roster-wise, they still have the best team in the conference.
I had them at number 1 because I think whichever team comes out of this has the best shot to get to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
I think 100%. Both of these teams are legitimate contenders to get to the Super Bowl. And I think the fact that the Eagles, as the defending champion, having to play in a wild card, right?
Yeah.
And shutting down the Eagles, not even close. So, again, no, we say that.
I can't count them out.
And you can't. Again, is the defending champions.
They are the most resilient team in the postseason now.
Yeah. They've been there. They've proven it. So, but it should be an interesting. At least we had 1-5 the same. 1-5.
Yeah, you just had one higher.
Yeah.
And lower. And
you
all of them were in the same order, really, except for that one.
Yeah, you did your fandom thing. I didn't.
Yeah.
If I did, number 1 would be Pat's.
I just hate the Chargers, too, because of all the yapping they did.
Yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson still.
Yeah.
Crying. Still hear him crying.
Scrub of them all.
Hear him crying. All right, let's move on to some NBA. Trae Young, he's been traded to the Washington Wizards. Can he turn this franchise around? Can Trae Young be a piece you build your organization around?
I absolutely can't even believe Atlanta did this. I can't believe it. You got nothing for Trae Young.
CJ McCollum, which is expiring contract. It's an expiring, and Corey Kispert.
At least get a draft pick. Come on, Atlanta! You just gave away your franchise because he's really the guy that has gotten you in at least a play-in this year. If not for some other teams really stinking, you wouldn't be in there.
Yeah,
and now you got rid of your best player for nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. Not even a draft pick.
Let me ask you this question, Ron. Maybe it's me, and maybe I'm just very cynical of people nowadays, and it could be. I think you've rubbed off on me in the wrong way sometimes. He requested to go there.
I know. That's the second part of the whole thing. Is like, who wants to go to Washington?
But I looked at it this way. You know why he wants to go there? Because nobody cares. So he doesn't even have to worry. Like that's my mindset, and I don't know if I want to have that mindset.
Me,
but
that describes him to a T. This is why Atlanta can't win playoff series, because this guy doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Right, you're asking to go to the worst franchise.
So he can go to Washington and not care, and nobody is really going to care.
The fans don't care. The critics aren't going to really bash you, because when's the last time the Wizards were even relevant? When they were the Bullets? Like, nobody cares about this team.
Pre-Jordan?
Right? Like, I
mean, decades before Jordan.
So it's like he requested to go to a team that's 10-6. They have the second worst record in the East.
10-6.
They're 10-26. Sorry, 10-26. 10-6, pretty good. They're great.
Did I look at the wrong team?
This team's awesome. But and then I sit back and I go, he requested to go there. Like if this was a deal, you sit back and like Atlanta was like, listen, we're gonna get rid of CJ McCollum next year, freeze up money. Maybe then I would have been like, okay, I get it. But for the player to be like, please send me there, it's almost like you're saying, listen, I don't care if I win ever. I just don't want people to talk about me. And then on top of it, Ron,
you want to know volumes for the player.
And you want to know the craziest part about this is that the Hawks are actually saying that they want to possibly trade for Anthony Davis. For Anthony Davis. What is this team thinking? Like, when has Anthony Davis been relevant?
Atlanta is terrible. They're horrible. What a horrible franchise.
I'm sorry, you guys down in Dallas, Georgia, but this A was a crap trade. B, if your option is to go get Anthony Davis afterwards and thinking that's going to fix your problems, let's get the guy that's on IR more than he's actually on the court.
This franchise has just done things wrong as far as I've known. When was the last time they actually, made progress?
2021 was the last. They made the run to the Eastern Conference Finals. That was when they were, he had all that big series against the Knicks and became Trae Young and Ice Trae or whatever it was.
Yeah, Ice Trae.
It's
always shooting cold.
Yeah. So I will say this though: 7 seasons with the Hawks, Ron. 7 seasons, which it doesn't seem like he's been there that long. All-time leader in 3-pointers made with 1,295 and all-time in assists at 4,837. Believe it or not, he's been to the postseason 3 times with that team in 7 years. That's like half his career in Atlanta. He was in the postseason. He would have made it this year. They would have made it. They would have been in the play-in.
Like I said, if they would have traded like with Houston, somebody, they would have gotten a first-round pick.
If I was Trae Young, I would want to go to somewhere. At least I say I'm going to be in the postseason.
Yeah.
The Wizards never make the postseason ever. Like it's like basically saying, listen, I don't care. Maybe I have enough jewelry in my jewelry box, and I don't need a ring. I don't need a ring.
That's a problem. Why, as a franchise?
Yeah.
You have to recognize a player that doesn't care.
Ron, imagine this, Ron. You remember we did this one time? What were they thinking? Remember we had that segment? Imagine this is the Washington Wizards when the Atlanta called and says, hey, by the way, Trae Young wants to come to the Wizards. I think you have the wrong number. Nobody wants to play for the Wizards. Hold on. I'm going to hang up. And call me back because I think this is a prank. Like, I don't think this is real. Whoever would ask to go to the Wizards? Come on, man. Just tell people you don't care about basketball.
I mean, this is today's game.
Think about this, too.
Players just don't even care at this point.
What a phenomenal job he's done of building young teams and making them into post. Wait, no. It's like you took them out of Atlanta, young team, all these different players, to say, oh, we're going to put them on the Wizards to have the same result. It just blows my mind. He said me. His hand up, me. Manny would want to go to that team. That's like people requesting to go to the Dallas Cowboys, Manny. Good call. If I'm a pro football player, and I'm like, I really want to get to the postseason and win a Super Bowl, I'm going to call Dallas.
No, see, that's wrong. Because they make the postseason just about every year, but they lose the first game.
Manny could.
It's the Jets in Cleveland that you want to go to, and you never make it.
Did you hear the stupidity? Jerry Jones the other day, it was like, if we go 8-8-1 and consider it a winning season, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Let's talk some baseball. Edward Cabrera, now with the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs, they traded for him. Can he make them a contender in the National League?
No. I'm sorry.
What is going on tonight?
Assume that
what is going on tonight?
Edward Cabrera is going to move the needle so you're a contender.
Are you serious, right? Listen, 8-7 last year with a 3.53 ERA. I mean, the guy's a burner. It's a lock.
He's a 500 pitcher.
That puts them so far ahead of the Dodgers.
Wow.
Wow.
You could get 4 Edward Cabreras on this team, and it's still not going to move the needle. I'm sorry. It's just not enough. Like, this is the guy that you think is going to push you into the contender category?
In your
Edward
best player.
Cabrera, 8-7.
In your best
Cabrera.
player, still a free agent. Still a free agent. You're going to sign your best player. Yeah, I don't know.
The Cubs are dreaming if they think this is the guy to do this.
The Cubs last year, 92-70. Good record, right? Made the postseason. 9th in ERA at 3.79. 27th in strikeouts.
Wait a minute. What's his ERA? What's Cabrera's ERA?
3.53. So it's a little better than the Cubs.
Slightly better than their average. So this is the improvement.
I'm killing myself here.
So basically, you're just replacing your number 5 starter with this guy.
Yeah, which he's probably your second or third now. He's your number 2 or number 3 starter.
I don't even see them making the postseason.
What is going on in sports today? Maybe it's us. Maybe we have higher expectations, Ron. That's what it is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
I can't see them being a contender. Hey, maybe they'll win in the worst division known to mankind.
I was a contender.
You know, just because you can win a division or make a wild card in that division.
Like, I was thinking about Dodgers, Phillies, Padres, and then the Brewers who are in the division. They're still not better than those 4 teams. This move made like 0 sense on the scale of moving the needle.
Yeah.
They didn't move the needle. It's hitting gas in neutral. Like, let's hit gas in neutral, man. Why aren't we going anywhere, bro?
Revving the engine and it goes nowhere.
Yeah, like, what are we doing? I don't get it. I don't know what these teams are thinking. What the hell the Wizards were thinking. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
I don't know what Atlanta was thinking.
Maybe. I don't know.
Sorry, Atlanta, but that was just stupid.
Holy crap.
Getting nothing for your player.
Crap. I mean,
your best player, you get nothing for him.
We wasted 2 minutes on baseball. We're going to move on.
You waste? Like, it feels like this hot stove is ice cold.
Like, or maybe ice tray.
Anybody going to get?
Could be ice tray.
Atlanta Braves, let's go, baby.
Woo! All right, Ron, before we get into our split,
I could start liking.
Before we get into our split decisions, can you tell everyone out there about our wonderful friends down there in Providence, Rhode Island, up there, north there, south there?
Sure, I can do that. Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded and the Brian Bulldog Sports Hour. So keep in tune. Send us an email to sponsor the show, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Look, Eric, like I always say, it's easy to sponsor the show. It's just like going to your local coffee shop and getting a hot chocolate with a Boston cream donut.
Very good, very good. All I got in my head right now is
And when does it become not new page, radio page?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like the 3 month with your signing the year thing. I don't know. It's just
maybe
it's like 3 years before it's not new. I don't
need to update their promos.
You gotta have a B.O.B. if you want to be with me. All right.
See, now you have a jingle waiting.
I'm ready to go. Bring me in, guys. Our split decision segment. We are moving on to split decisions. I probably should do this.
It's a fine line. Split decision.
John Harbaugh picking my nose there. All right. Let us tell you what our split decision. I didn't mean it. Please don't yell at me. We're going to give each other two more likely questions, and we have to make a decision. You are first this week, Ron, so you can start us off on our first split decision.
Oh, I might as well go here first. Who is more likely to finish the season with more wins? Atlanta Hawks or the Washington Wizards?
Yeah, even Hawks.
Really?
Trae Young's and he's hurt. So he hasn't played in weeks. So I don't even know how healthy he is to play the rest of the season. I don't think he's going to play much. I'm going Hawks here. Okay. Only because of that.
See, Atlanta, Eric still loves you guys.
I still love you guys. Go Hawks. Yikes. All right, Ron, your first split decision. We'll keep it in the basketball NBA world. Is it more likely that Jaylen Brown finishes in the top 5 in scoring? Currently, he's 5th in scoring in the NBA. Below the top 5, so under 5, or stays at 5 to end the season? It's more likely to happen with Jaylen Brown.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say he's gonna stay at number 5.
You think he just stays at number 5? I think he's only 0.1 from number 4, by the way. It's like 0.1 from number 4.
I wonder what's going to happen come late in the season.
When Tatum returns. Take some shots away from him. I think we talked about this before, Ron. I don't know. It was kind of crazy.
I think we did, but
kind of crazy.
You know, but
I was shocked to find out he was 5th overall. Like, he's having a hell of a season, Jaylen Brown.
He's having a great season.
I was like, damn, 29.7, I think he's averaging. It's kind of crazy. Stays at number 5, Kenny says. Yeah, he agrees with you. Stays at number 5. All season, though, Kenny, even with Tatum returning. Things that make you go,
that's what I said.
Okay, all right. Stays at number 5. All right, your second split decision, Ron.
What team will more likely hire John Harbaugh as their head coach? Phone home.
E.T.
Elliot. All right, so which team will more likely hire John?
More likely to hire.
More likely. Las Vegas Raiders?
Nope.
Miami Dolphins?
Nope.
Cleveland Browns?
Yep. All right.
Atlanta Falcons?
I'm going Browns, man. I think that's the most intriguing thing to me. I don't know why. I really feel like he's going to want to stick it to the Ravens.
I just think Cleveland and Atlanta and Miami fired their coaches because they knew he was going to be on the market.
Giants are definitely doing it. So Manny thinks the Giants wasn't one of the options, but I could see it.
Wasn't one of the options.
But I don't think Atlanta. I just think they don't know how to run an organization. I don't think they're even.
Well, you're down on Atlanta.
I know. What is today? Oof. There goes our market share down there.
I like the Atlanta Falcons in this. I think they're going to make a push for him, and I think they're going to get him.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd want to go there either, though. That's what I'm saying. Like he's a black and blue. Kenny thinks Atlanta. I think I don't know. I just feel like he's going to want to stick it to the Ravens. I could see him saying Cleveland if they call him. But no, it's a good call. All right, Ron. One more NBA question for you. Which NBA player is more likely to be traded before the deadline? So Trae Young already traded. Zach LaVine of the Kings. Anthony Davis of the Mavericks. Anthony Simons of the Celtics. Or Jonathan Kuminga of the Warriors. Who's the next player that's more likely to be traded. So all four of these guys are rumored to be getting traded.
They all could.
I am a fan of the 28-3, my friend. Never forget. Never forget. Greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. That will ever happen. That you'll never see that again. I can promise you.
We apologize, Atlanta, for all the negativity towards your teams today.
One time, 1 week, ever.
Send the hate mail to Eric at Sports Unfolded.
RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Kenny seems to think Davis.
I'm gonna,
he's going Anthony Davis. Kenny.
Yeah, I gotta go Anthony Davis because I think he's gone. It
seems like that is more likely to happen, but
I think Zach LaVine is gone too.
Yeah, and I honestly I think they're gonna move Kuminga too.
And I think all four of them. I think
Simons may.
They signed him for a 3-year deal, didn't they?
No, they could. Well, technically, they could get rid of him now when it doesn't hit them.
Oh, okay, all right. So I think they all could go.
Kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. All right, Ron.
They're gonna trade Simons for a big man. Maybe Kuminga.
I love this segment. This is my favorite segment. Yeah, maybe they just flip-flopped the two.
Maybe for Kuminga or Davis. Hey, would you like Anthony Davis if he came to Boston?
Shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
That's what I told Eric. That's what I told Kenny last night on the show because LeBron.
Somebody said, believe it or not,
fan.
LeBron James' name is being rumored too, possibly as a trade candidate.
They should trade him.
Imagine that. You think him and how do you think that went? What's his name? The coach there,
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick and him maybe had a falling out since the podcast thing. It's not going as well.
I could care less. If I was Luka, I'd demand LeBron to be
We
traded.
should do a weekly show with how many times if you think if we did a podcast with LeBron James, how long before you said you suck to him? I don't know if you could not do it.
I don't know if I couldn't do it.
I don't think you could. I don't think.
I'd get so frustrated and have to leave the show. I would have to leave the show.
How many times? Wait, Ron, we could see you still moving. You're breathing. Sorry, guys, my camera's freezing. I gotta go. Wait a minute, Ron. I can see the curtain in the background.
The steam coming off of it.
I can't. All right, let's talk some hockey.
Look, I don't know if I could make it through an interview with LeBron James without insulting him somehow, some way.
I could see. You know what I think you would? No, subliminally in the background, you just have this button that's going, Jordan.
Oh,
every time you'd ask a question,
First question: do you think you're better than Jordan?
LeBron, let me ask you
that
this.
Would be my first question.
My next question. Do you really think you're better than Jordan? Wait a minute. Hold on. Third question. People that compare you to Jordan, how crazy are they?
That is how I see it going.
I could see it going that way. That's a good call. All right, let's talk some hockey, Ron. USA men's hockey team has been announced. Who got snubbed here, buddy? I mean, there's a couple big snubs. And first and foremost, you have to put Adam Fox as probably one of the biggest snubs. Defenseman, 30 games this season, but the guy's one of the best defensemen in the league. Adam Fox, no? He's one of the best.
I used to think that too, but look where the Rangers have been for the last 2 years.
Wow. Maybe the talent around him.
So I have soured on Fox.
Ooh.
I at one point thought he was the best defenseman in the league. Now I think that's a joke. And anybody that thinks he belongs on the team should be smacked.
Wow. Okay. Hold on. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
We got you. All right. So who else then?
He's the most overrated defenseman. Not a snub. Who did get snubbed was John Carlson and Lane Hudson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Those two got snubbed. Now, the two guys that they should replace is Hannafin and McAvoy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that after the McAvoy and Swayman both making the team.
But now I can see why they want McAvoy on the team because of his physical presence, but he hasn't had that physical presence, since the tournament.
Puck to the face. Puck to the face.
Well, since the tournament, actually last year he did not have that physical presence.
All right.
Even before the injury.
All right.
But I can understand why they want McAvoy, but Hannafin should be out, and one of those two guys should be in. It should be John Carlson on that squad as a defenseman.
All right.
That's the big omission.
All right. What about Jason Robertson?
I like Jason Robertson as a player, but I look at the players on that position: Keith Tkachuk, Gensel.
Has Tkachuk been out some of the? How long?
Brady Tkachuk rather. Stop.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was going to say Keith Tkachuk has been out.
Yeah, Keith Tkachuk is the fouler. He's been retired forever. Kyle Connor and JT Miller. Now, with Robertson, look, Gensel's numbers aren't that great this year. But he was there in the tournament last year, and he played awesome. And he played on that Matthews line, and they were really good together. So I'm not upset that Gensel is playing in this. In fact, I would take Gensel over Robertson. But where the problem is whether you want JT Miller over Robertson. Now, I know that Miller is a more physical player, and I think this is what the team is looking at. They want to be physical. They want size, and that's why they left Robertson off.
Okay.
Robertson, better talented as a scorer, but Miller can still put up the goals as well as being physical, and I think that's why Robertson got left off.
Okay. All right. What about Alex DeBrincat?
Yeah, DeBrincat and Caulfield, to be honest with you. They're both having good seasons. But again, you're looking at because Matthew Tkachuk, his injury, he's probably not playing. So they're going to go Boldy, Thompson. Thompson will probably be up on that first line with Eichel and Brady Tkachuk. Again, size, and he's a great player. I mean, being in Buffalo doesn't slow him down. He's a great player. The problem is they have Brock Nelson and Clayton Keller as the next two guys on that depth chart. And they're all basically, in that same spot as goals and assists and the whole bit. But Clayton Keller is a bigger player. Brock Nelson is a very wily veteran that has been scoring for many years, and he's having a great year in Colorado. I think Nelson might have been the guy that I would have put. I probably would have went with Caulfield because of the speed.
Okay.
But either, it's the same production for all of those guys. So.
What about Lifetime Achievement Award? Patrick Kane, just based on what he's meant to hockey for the last, 15 years or so, you wouldn't be one of those guys.
He's had chances to be in there, so give somebody else a shot.
Okay.
I don't think he's as good as any of these guys.
I agree. It wasn't based on his play. It's, again, 37 years old, probably his last.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming down and you have an injury, God forbid, you have an injury to one of these stars, then maybe I give it a look. But I'm going through Robertson, DeBrincat, Caulfield before I even get anywhere near him.
Patrick. All right. Real quick before we move on, Ron. Bruins that made it. We already talked about McAvoy a little bit. Jeremy Swayman, did they both deserve to? I think you already said McAvoy probably not. but the size factor and what you think they're trying to build.
Because of the type of player.
Yeah, they're trying to build that physicality, that team that's bigger.
And he's a good leader, too.
Yeah,
so you can't take that away from him.
Swayman?
So I was more upset that Hannafin made it over Carlson than anything.
Okay. All right. What about Swayman making the team? Did you agree with it?
Absolutely. Third best goaltender in the United States. Absolutely.
Okay. Right.
And he's behind Hellebuck and Ottinger. None of them have ever really won anything. So.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question. Based on what you've seen from the other teams, USA's chances to possibly win gold with this team?
Pretty good because of the size. Talent-wise, they're not even close to Canada, but the size could give Canada a tough time. And, obviously, if you're Czechia, you have a shot with Pasternak. They're gonna beat somebody and knock somebody out that you weren't expecting. But to be honest, it's going to come down to probably Canada or United States.
Okay.
Probably in the gold medal.
And what are we? Well, we're less than 30 days away from the Olympics. So
yeah, it should be fun because there's some good teams out there.
Yeah.
And don't be surprised if somebody like Sweden or something or Finland wins it. Don't be surprised.
Yeah. Really cool. Thank you for that, Ron. We're going to move on to our pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
I like how these players all wore number 2 at some point in their career. At some point, as we got the big number 5 right there in the middle. And those players were Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Garnett, Kyrie Irving, Moses Malone, Gary Payton, and Jason Kidd.
Hey, in a mirror, Garnett is number 2.
Okay. Let's rank them from 6 to 1, Ron. You are first this week, so your pick and roll.
Oh, that's right. I am first. Number 6. And look.
This was a good list.
This is a great list, to be honest with you.
This is really good play.
And that's why I want to stress tremendously that this is not a slight on number 6 at all.
Yeah, no, agreed. They're all
Kyrie Irving, number 6.
Okay, yeah, I could see it.
I mean, he had the least amount of all NBA.
Yeah. Yep, 3. Yep.
And he didn't have as many accolades as the other players. He did win a Rookie of the Year, 3 All-NBAs, and 9-time All-Star. All of these guys have won a championship.
Yes.
So with Kyrie Irving, 23.7 points. I was a little disappointed in the assists per game.
Yeah. He's a scorer first.
23 points, right. I mean, he's got the most points except for... Oh, he actually has the most points per game.
Yeah.
But he just wasn't high enough. It just wasn't good enough. 6, and blame it on...
Uh-oh. Man, we were doing so good. Uh-oh. We lost Ron again. Man. So this is our pick and roll segment. We will hopefully get joined again by Ron shortly. Guys, anyone out there, talk to me a little bit. Let me know what you're thinking about the postseason, NFL postseason coming up. This Saturday, we got 2 games, as well as 3 on Sunday and 1 on Monday. What's your thought process? What are you thinking? What are you looking for? Y'all forgetting Lonzo. Yeah. Manny, I was so close to throwing him on the list, but I'm pretty sure if we had a number 7, he'd be there. Number 7. Lonzo Ball, he's got me going. Look at KG in my face. The man's always defending. Cannot get past Kevin Garnett. Lonzo Ball definitely was not going to make this list compared to those guys. very disappointing career, right? You think about all the hype that went into that and just can't stay healthy. Yeah. But Kawhi is the GOAT. I mean, Kawhi, I think the problem with Kawhi was he's just not as personable. I don't think people could really relate to him. And then he had those injuries the last couple of years that kind of set him back, and it makes it hard for, I guess, to put him in that GOAT category, just based on the fact that he's missed so much time, and that Clippers just have not been a good organization since he's been there. That was more a run for the money on that one. I liked him with Toronto. I thought it really good with the Spurs, because you think about it, it was just quiet assassin. I don't know. I don't like his Clipper career. To me, that's where it kind of changed for me. But hey, look who's back! I mean, this has been an interesting show tonight.
I'm really getting annoyed.
Yes. So you're at number 5, Ron. You're number 5.
All right. So number 5, I have Kawhi. His 20 points per game, 6.4 boards, 3.1 assists. I like the numbers. They're just not. And he did win 2 championships, though.
Yes, he did.
6-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA, 7-time All-Defensive. Excellent numbers there. 2 times Defensive Player of the Year. I like that. 1-time steals leader. Those are pretty good numbers, and I just feel like he probably missed half of his career. Like, it could be so much better.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm trying to say. Manny had put him as the GOAT, and I'm sitting back going, the time he's missed, and his LA Clipper career has not been very good. That team's not been good.
And there's no way he's the GOAT. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? So
Manny, you don't know what you're talking about.
Manny is. Are we attacking Manny? Is that where we're at?
That's what I just did. Yes.
All right. So who do you have it for?
He's the GOAT is awful. It's not. He's not even in my top 15 to 20 players. Not even close.
I would probably agree with that. All right. So what are you for?
I mean, he's only 5 for me in this list. Number 4, I have Jason Kidd. 12.6 points per game, 8.7 assists per game, 6.3 rebounds per game. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I'll take that. 1-time champion, 10-time All-Star, 4 more than Kawhi, 6-time All-NBA, 9-time All-Defensive. That's 2 more than Kawhi. He's also in the Hall of Fame. He's also won a Rookie of the Year and a 5-time assist leader and 2 times Sportsman of the Year. Sportsman.
Yeah, weren't you up for that award? I thought you were up for that one time.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, no, you don't think so. All right. Okay, so Jason can have 4. All right. 3?
Number 3, the glove. Gary Payton, right? 6.3 points, 6.7 assists, 3.9 boards, has a championship, 9-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 9-time All-Defensive, plus he has a Defensive Player of the Year and a steals
crown. Yep.
Title. Thank you, crown. And again, a Hall of Famer, but those 9s across the board there, that is impressive. And Gary Payton, I felt, was the best of all of those guys. But again, he's not close to number 2. Number 2, I have Kevin Garnett. 7.8 points, 10.0 boards, 3.7 assists, 15-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 12-time All-Defensive, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, 4 rebound titles, 1 MVP, the Hall of Famer KG, number 2. And these two guys were pretty close to me, but Moses Malone, number 1, 20.3 points, slightly more, 3 points more than Kevin Garnett, 12.3 boards, 2 more than Kevin Garnett, and 1.3 assists. He wasn't giving up the ball when he got it. Not giving it up. He has a championship as well, 13-time All-Star, 2 less than Garnett, 8-time All-NBA, 1 less than Garnett, and 2 All-Defensive, which is 10 less than Garnett. But the difference, what I see, Moses Malone had 3 MVPs to Kevin Garnett's 1 MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And that made a difference, along with the finals MVP.
Yes, sir.
Made a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Those things put Moses Malone ahead of KG, in my opinion.
Right. Really, really close. We were almost the same. I did have Kyrie at 6, and again, no slight to him. Again, just based off of he didn't have as many accolades as the rest of the guys at all, other than the Rookie of the Year, and the least amount of All NBAs. But I went Jason Kidd at 5. I didn't like the points per game, and I know he stuck around for a while, and I think that kind of diminished some of his numbers there. So I went. I don't know if Kawhi.
Yeah, it's
I went
Kawhi. I call him
yeah,
Kawhi.
no, I know you do. Kawhi Leonard. I went at Kawhi Leonard at 4, and I just like the 2 championships with the 2 Finals MVPs.
Yeah.
So when he got there, he
like
was the best player. So that's why I put him ahead of Kidd. But then 3, Gary Payton. Agree with you. The glove, that 9 all defensives. Was so impressive. Kevin Garnett, it was so tough between 2 and 1 because I love the 12 all defensive.
I do too.
Again, 3 MVPs for Moses Malone. Those 2 extra and the Finals MVP put him ahead by a
tad.
Yeah, it was shoe size of a 13 to a 13 and a half. Like, it was so close.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, these are all great players though.
Yeah, it was close with Kidd and Kawhi for me as well.
Yeah, and that's the flip flop there. But other than that, hey, listen, great list, good job, very good job. All players that won number 2 at some point, and I was like, Garnett wore 2, but then it was with his Brooklyn Nets. That's when he won number 2, the end of his career.
I counted it though because it's KG.
It is KG.
Like I said, in a mirror, he's wearing number 2.
The funny thing is, when you went off the screen for a while, he was defending me. I couldn't even get around KG. I was like, the man's always defending, even 12-time all defensive. Kevin Garnett, I was trying to get around him. I couldn't do it.
He's not taking anybody lightly either.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. All right, Ron, before we get into our predictions, and we got a lot of people out there watching, so I know, stay tuned for your predictions because you're going to want to make sure you get on the chart. It's very empty right now. We need to get more names on there. Let's talk about this Hall of Fame that is currently going on. We've made it so much easier for everyone to participate. We welcomed Ty Cobb and Kobe Bryant last month to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Check out the website. Just got added. Those 2 gentlemen are now part of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. But that means we've got 2 new candidates that will be elected into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, and we need your help. Help us.
I do have to say, Kobe, it took 2 times to get in.
It did. So now we are on to our new inductees, hopefully inducted into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. For the NFL, you've got Dwight Freeney, Richard Seymour, Ray Lewis, Champ Bailey, Ed Reed. All you got to do is scan this little barcode right there, that QR code. It brings you right to the voting.
Did I vote yet?
I don't know, buddy. Scan the QR code and find out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
You put your camera on. You do it. Okay. Hot take, and call me wrong. Kobe, the most overrated player. Wow. I don't know about most overrated. Overrated. Kobe was a beast. I don't know.
How is he overrated?
I think Manny just wants to get us our blood boiling. But
He is also better than LeBron, by the way.
Yeah, Manny, scan the QR code. Vote for the next NFL inductee into the Sports
Who's leading before I vote?
It's still currently. That shouldn't be why you vote, but it is. I believe Ray Lewis leading in the NFL.
Who's behind him?
I'm not doing that with you.
All right, I'm going to vote for Richard.
All right.
I think he's a great player.
So, if you haven't done it, it brings you right to the website after. You can see all the players from the Hall of Fame.
My vote.
All right, and then next, a Sports Unfolded first. We are going to get a sportscaster on Sports Unfolded's Hall of Fame, and the candidates are John Madden, Pat Summerall, Marv Alberts, Vince Scully, and Bob Costas. Scan this QR code. It brings you to that site to help you vote for the next inductee into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. For sportscasters, John Madden is running away with this one right now. So you have a great opportunity if you like any of the other gentlemen. Yes, Marv Alberts, right? Here's your chance. You could still cast your vote. Huh?
My phone sucks.
No. So QR code, take the time right now. Cast your vote for the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. It'll bring you to the website after, and you can see all of the athletes that are in there and all their accolades of why they got in. But all of those players are voted on. Danny is here. Congrats, Dan.
Let's go, Marv.
The reason why they are in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, the best part of it, you, the fan, have voted them in. Not us. The fans have voted these players in. Get one vote. That's why Pete Rose is a member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, because the fans decided.
And we all know I didn't vote for him.
We know Ron definitely didn't vote for it. So scan that QR code. Help us get the next inductee into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Again, John Madden, Pat Summerall, Marv Alberts, Vince Scully, or Bob Costas.
Downtown.
Our votes will continue for the entire month of January, but help us get in. Danny is here. Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to my show. Perfect timing, Danny, because guess what? It is prediction time. A little bit of a rough week for us last week, Ron.
Yeah, it's,
but it's early. This is week one. Last week, I went 5-4. Ron 4-5. Dustin 5-3 was our best performer, and Kenny came in at 2-6. Kenny, hopefully you're still on to see if you can do a little better for us this week. We also want to mention to those that are going to listen on WDJY 99.1 FM that you can participate the entire month of January. All you're going to do is send an email to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com and give us your picks during this segment, and we will add your name to the chart for the next month. Danny, it's your time to pick too. You get ready to pick. Here we go, Ron, with predictions, and we're gonna do all 6 of the NFL playoff games. Starting off with the Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. Who are you taking, Ron? Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. That's tomorrow.
I'm taking the Rams. There's no way that Carolina is going to beat them a second time. There's no way. It's not happening. It's not happening.
I want to believe in the Rams at home, the Panthers at home, but again, I agree with you. I think the Rams just have way too much firepower. I don't think the Panthers belong there, so we're going to go with Danny went Rams. I'm going to assume that's a ram from Manny. Maybe when you bring that.
Is that a goat or sheep?
I don't know. Is that a ram?
Oh, it is a ram. I see it. Yeah.
So Manny went Rams. Kenny went Rams. Anybody else out there live, you want to make a pick, here's your chance. Clean sweep right now for the Rams in that first game tomorrow. We are going on to game number 2, Ron, and that is the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Again, that game is tomorrow as well. I'm going with the home team here. I think that their defense is going to create some turnovers. I don't like the fact that Jordan Love took the last 2 weeks off. And especially in this kind of environment, this late in the season. I didn't like that piece of it, so I'm going Chicago to win this game. So I went the Bears.
I also went Chicago Bears in this one, mostly because of coaching. I do like Ben as the head coach of this football team. He's getting them prepared, and I think both defensively and offensively they are going to shine, and I think they win at least by 10.
Okay. Danny was going the Bears as well. I think, listen, the Bears have impressed me this season. I really thought they were the Bears, Kenny, the Bears. Manny's looking for a emoji for the Packers. I'm a little nervous.
Just put some cheese up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous. Like, I don't know what I'm playing. He starts thinking. Manny, you got to pick out there. Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. We might have lost Manny. All right. Let's go on to our next game. The Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars this Sunday. Ron, who are you taking?
I got to go with who I picked to win the Super Bowl, right? I got to go Buffalo.
Kind of defeats the purpose if you picked them to win the Super Bowl. And
right?
Yeah, I'm going Jack. What? Wait, what? Wait. Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I got to go Buffalo. I still think they're the better team. Josh Allen is the best quarterback that's still in the...
Manny said no cheese.
No cheese.
So is he going the Bears? Is that the
He's
Bears?
going Bears, I guess.
Is that a bear? What is that?
That is a mouse trap. It's got the cheese under the box.
Ah. Danny's going Bills. I'm so confused right now. So we're going Manny with the Bears. Danny went Buffalo. Bills, baby. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Kenny's going with the Jags. Kenny's going Jags. All right. I like it.
Go Kenny.
All right.
Wrong.
Manny. I went Buffalo as well, by the way. I don't even think I said it, but yeah, I'm going Buffalo. Yeah, I think Josh Allen.
You didn't.
Does enough. I like that matchup better. Allen versus Trevor Lawrence. I'm trusting Allen more. Manny looking for a bill. Maybe a dollar bill. Look at the little Jaguars. How cute. All right, Kenny. All right, Kay.
Kenny's trying to compete with...
He is trying with Manny here. This is the emoji. All right. I think that's a bill. That's a Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo.
All right, Manny. Manny found his Buffalo.
I mean, you could have put like Buffalo wings.
Oh, I am such a big fan of Buffalo wings. Don't get me started. Josh Allen won't be out this early. I think we all agree with that one. Other than Kenny. All right. Next game here, San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. My pick for the Super Bowl is the Bills-Eagles. So I can't not go with the Eagles here. I think the Eagles win at home.
Who did I pick for the to lose?
I don't remember, dude.
I don't remember.
But I'm going Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles as well. Look, every time you think that they're done, they win. So I'm not doubting Philadelphia at this point.
49ers. Danny's going 49ers. As much as it hurts, oh Manny. Cowboy fans going 49ers. Kenny's going with the Eagles. All right. We got a little bit of a mix-up on this one. Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Like we said, number one game probably of the weekend. Ron, next game, we have this Sunday, the last game of Sunday night. Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots. Who are you taking?
I'm taking New England. I'm going with them, and I think they're the better team, and I think that they're going to get the job done.
Just like
Drake
yeah.
May, all the way.
All right. You going New England? I've been saying for weeks that I think New England's one and done. I went the Chargers here. I think the Chargers do just enough to get past the New England Patriots and move on and let the critics begin. But I'm going Chargers here. I'm going the Chargers.
Oh, so that's our first different one.
Yeah. Danny's going Pats. I hope you're right, Danny. Give me Eric and Ron. Oh. All right. Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots. Who are you taking? Kenny's going Patriots. Never mind. Give me Ron. He's going Patriots. All right.
What is he talking about?
I think he thought I was going to pick New England as well. Manny. So he's saying, never mind. Okay. Give me Ron. So he wants what you picked.
Yeah.
So he's going Pats. I'm the only one going Chargers. All right. Last game of the postseason this weekend. And that's Monday night. You got the Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is pretty much an easy one for me. I think that Texans defense is absolutely going to make Aaron Rodgers retire after this. And that's my hope.
It could be having him retire mid-game.
Yeah, that's my hope. So I'm going Texans here.
Yeah, I went Texans. I don't think it's going to be close either. I think this is a blowout waiting.
Yeah, I just don't see. I DK Metcalf's back, but again, you talk about 2-3 weeks. To me, that's and that defense is coming after him, and he's just not the same player.
He could get hurt.
Yeah, it could get ugly. Could get ugly. Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers, gentlemen. Who are you taking?
Maybe they all hate Houston, but they don't want to pick him.
Kenny's going Texans.
No Texas State thing there?
Give me the team that represents Texas. There you go. And Manny still counts as a Cowboy. Right. Danny, if you got to pick Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are you taking? Danny's going Steelers. Wow. All right, Danny.
That's because he's a Dallas fan. He doesn't want Houston to win.
Yeah, I get it. All right. NBA action, Ron. You got the Philadelphia 76ers at the Toronto Raptors. That game is on Monday. Who are you taking?
That's a tough one. I at first was thinking Toronto. I'm going to take Philly, though.
Okay. All right. I like Toronto at home. Philadelphia is playing better, but Toronto's pretty good at home. So I went the Raptors here. I went the Raptors.
I think I picked Toronto last night.
And I think the Sixers, man, I honestly started to come back to life a little bit, which you asked me before. Kenny went Sixers. I don't know if anybody else is going to pick the basketball.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Yeah, you think so? You're feeling pretty confident? Manny will be on the Canada never catches me supporting a Philly team. They're known for sandwiches. So he's going Toronto. Manny's going Toronto. My cousins live in Toronto. So, all right. So he's going with us. So, a couple Raptors, a couple Sixers. All right. What about this game? I mean, I feel like these teams play every couple weeks. It feels like the San Antonio Spurs at the Oklahoma City Thunder. That game's on the 13th, Ron. I think, listen, the Spurs have owned the Thunder. So the obvious choice has to be the Thunder. So that's who I'm going with. I think the Thunder have not played great basketball, but I still think that they're a little salty about losing to the Spurs like 3 straight. So I think I'm going to go Thunder here. I
went OKC as well for that reason. They have to be salty. And
Danny went OKC.
If they win, then, then we know that this team has that medal that they showed last year.
Yeah, right? They got to figure it out.
This is big. If they lose this one, they're down 0-4 to San Antonio, and that's not showing us that they'd be able to win the championship.
Believe it or not, they've been Kenny's going Spurs. I think 6-6 in their last 12 games. OKC.
Yeah.
Manny's going
Hasn't been
Thunder
good.
as well. All right. Hockey action, Ron. You got the Carolina Hurricanes at the Detroit
You
Red
will be
Wings.
next week, Danny. You're
You will
just
be now.
doing your picks now.
Yeah, this is your first time. You give us a break here, buddy. Next week you'll be on the chart. Promise you. Carolina Hurricanes at the Detroit Red Wings. Ron, who you taking?
I'm taking Carolina. Despite how well Detroit has been playing, I still think Carolina is the better team, and I think they need the win. They need to show.
I mean, as good as Detroit was, I mean, they were a little bit above average. Danny's going above average at home. They're a negative in the point differential, and I don't like that. And Carolina can put up some points, so I went the Hurricanes as well. You hungry? We're almost done. We're almost done, buddy. It's almost time to eat. It's almost time. All right.
So who did you pick?
I went Carolina as well.
Okay.
Kenny's going red. I mean, they're wings, so we'll go Red Wings. I don't know if those are actually red. But...
Yep, he's going the Wings.
All right. Manny, who do you got? Hurricanes, or I know he always does that little thing with the Hurricanes. Watch, it's going to be the Hurricanes. Again, if you're listening to us on WDJY FM, Manny went Hurricanes. You too can put, I'm about to eat also, Ron. See that? Look at that. Send your predictions to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com during this segment to make sure you get your picks in as well. Also, on the 13th, you got the Montreal Canadiens at the Washington Capitals.
I'm going Washington. I think they're just playing well. They got a few defensemen that are having great seasons, and if those defensive players are doing their job, you're gonna win most games.
Okay. Canadians stink at home, not very good, but they only have 4 losses on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Played very well. They're a good traveling team. So I went the Canadians here based off of that. So our friends in Canada.
We got a few different, huh?
Yeah, we got three different so far. Canadians at the Capitals, gentlemen. Who you taking?
There's no way I was picking Montreal.
I know it's so tough for you it is always hard. Capitals, Kenny's going Caps. Put the email again so I can take a picture of it, Eric. All right, we'll put that back up for Manny. For Danny, put that back up. Manny's going. Manny is going with the Canadians. Danny, do you have a pick on the Capitals? Canadians at Capitals as well. All right. One last game. This game does not count for our WDJY fans that are listening because this game is happening right now. It's probably about to kick off if it hasn't just started. And that's the game tonight to face the Miami Hurricanes. What a great game that was last night for the national championship. The number 5 Oregon Ducks
at Miami is in it.
It's crazy, 10th seed, and there was so much criticism about them getting in.
I know
this is going to make Notre Dame feel worse because they bypassed Notre Dame. Number 5 Oregon Ducks at number 1 Indiana Hoosiers. Ron,
I'm taking Indiana. I am not doubting them.
Right, every time I want to fall back and say, listen, they're not for real. This isn't. They've proven me wrong as well. I'm going with Indiana here. I think the Hoosiers get the win and go to the national championship to face the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there, Ron. If you gentlemen out there, what's your pick for tonight's game? Oregon Ducks at Indiana Hoosiers. Obviously, there's no in the Peach Bowl. The Peach Bowl.
The Peach Bowl.
Peach. Kenny's going Ducks.
Quack.
Kenny went Ducks.
Quack, quack. So if they do beat Indiana, Would they be mighty?
Don't. You're trying too hard. I'm not. I was going to give you a laugh on that one. That's not good. Indiana and Indiana. Okay, so both Kenny, Danny and Manny. Danny and Manny. The Danny and Manny show. That could be a show. All right. Ron, before we get into our final thoughts, if you want to give everyone out there a brief indication of how they can become a sponsor of the greatest sports podcast on the planet.
Absolutely, Eric. To sponsor the show, your ad will be here. We will read the ad. So not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version of Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, plus WBOB in Providence, and of course WDJY in Metro Atlanta area. So you're going to have at least 19 to 21,000 eyes and ears on your ad. So send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com and you can join the family.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ron. Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. You are first tonight, Ron. So if you could please give us your final thought.
Well, last week we had the in memoriam, and that was a very difficult one to get through. And NHL fans are still reeling because we've lost 2 more Hall of Famers. First, Bob Pulford, who was 89, Hall of Fame left wing, 4-time Stanley Cup winner with Toronto Maple Leafs. He also coached the Chicago Blackhawks. Had 281 career goals and 643 points. Number 20. Winning 4 Stanley Cups.
Nothing to shake, right? Yeah, not easy to do.
But Glenn Hall also passed away, another Hall of Fame goaltender. Goaltending. Oh, my God. This is our 4th major goaltender in a year. Mr. Goalie Glenn Hall, who was 94. This man played 502 consecutive starts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which that record will never go down. But Eric, he did it without a mask.
Yeah, back in the day, that was the old.
That is crazy that you've made it 502 in a row. Not skipping games.
Yeah.
906 games played without a mask. 407 wins. He has 84 career shutouts, a 2.50 goals against average with a .918 save percentage. The man won a Stanley Cup with the Chicago Blackhawks, 3-time Vezina, a Calder Trophy, and a Conn Smythe. The Conn Smythe was won in a year that he didn't win the Stanley Cup. 11-time All-Star, number 1 Glenn Hall. And that is my final thought. Another two big losses for the NHL.
Our condolences to both those families in the hockey world. Very devastating. My final thought is actually, as the athletes continue to never cease to amaze me, the NFL season is winding down, and there's only a few teams that are still alive, I guess, if that's how you'd want to phrase it. The teams that don't have players involved sometimes need to really control their players. So Marshawn Lattimore, safety, has already gotten in trouble this offseason. He's been arrested on possible weapons charges. We haven't even had a full week with them being off, during the off season, and we're seeing this already to start to spiral.
Suspend them for the season.
Right. So again, I hope these players learn that. Again, you continue to get yourselves in these kind of situations that ultimately don't end up ending positively, no matter what you do. It's way too early to already be starting to see arrests happen from NFL players. So hopefully this is not a trend. But again, you'd think smarten up a little bit, guys. There's millions of dollars to lose on top of obviously your reputation. So let's hope that we have a better off season than we haven't had in the past. So that was my final thought. Nothing crazy. I want to, Ron, thank all those that joined us live tonight. You guys were great tonight. Manny, Kenny, Danny, thank you all for joining us tonight. All those fans that are listening out in Dallas, Georgia, there in Providence, Rhode Island, as well as our S6E2 family. Thank you all for the support. We will see you next Friday, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we look forward to that, Ron. I want to thank you for always putting on an amazing show, even during technical difficulties tonight. So we will see you next Friday. And all we ever seem to ask for every single show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.